And we're back in the game with some Medieval 2 Total War historical battles, starting off with the Battle of Agincourt. So I'll go ahead and read through the description and then we'll get started. By the time Henry V ascended to the English throne, England had lost a considerable share of the French lands it once held. On the 13th of August 1415, Henry and his army landed at and besieged the port of Harfleur, which surrendered on the 22nd of September. The siege took longer than expected, so Henry launched a raiding expedition across northern France on his way to the English-held port of Calais, where he would be able to resupply and rest his weary army over winter. Henry's army was sick, tired, and hungry. Luckily, Henry was an astute and capable military commander, and his men were experienced and disciplined, in contrast to the undisciplined French army. Henry, knowing waiting would only decimate his army through hunger and disease, was determined to provoke the French out of any possible waiting game. The French leaders expected Henry to surrender, while many of the younger French nobles hoped to do battle with the English men-at-arms, intent on ignoring the English archers they deemed beneath them, so they could reap glory and riches through ransoming noble captives from what they believed would be a one-sided battle. Henry V and his beleaguered force must clear their way to Calais by destroying the French army amassed against them. Henry's survival is essential. Okay, let's get a look at our forces. Device is off. We only have limited front line of heavy infantry. We don't have any cavalry, but we have 7 units of human archers, which can use sharpened stakes. Can we see the French? Oh boy, a lot of heavy infantry, 3 units of heavy cav here, and some more heavy cav backing them up. So, let's get started. It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. Niccolo Machiavelli.
1415, Northern France. The 100 Years' War continues. After spending the autumn months campaigning in northern France, Henry V, King of England, is making his way home. But first he must contend with a large army awaiting him near the town of Agincourt. The French army, led by Jean Lemangre and Charles d'Albert, is more a collection of arrogant nobles than an army, distracted by their own bitter rivalries. While the English army is a disciplined force, led by King Henry, a shrewd commander and an inspiring presence. As the sun rises on the 25th of October, Henry moves his weary and hungry men into position, knowing they are largely outnumbered. Heavy rainfall overnight has left the newly plowed field separating the two forces a sodden, muddy mess. The French forces awake and take a leisurely breakfast, happy to wait and let disease and hunger grind down Henry's army. Knowing this only too well, Henry moves his army forward, hoping to provoke the French into rash action. Henry's gamble is successful. Lines of unprepared French knights and nobles push and shove amongst themselves, eager to engage their English counterparts. Henry's longbowmen will be the key to defeating the French, striking them down as they traverse the muddy field. To protect his longbowmen from cavalry, Henry has ordered them to plant sharpened stakes in front of their positions. To emerge victorious, Henry must survive the upcoming battle and destroy or rout the French army before him. Only then can he make his way home.
Right. Let's get all of our archers on skirmish mode. We seem to be well defended on our flanks. Actually, let's take our archers off of skirmish mode. We should be on defensive mode. These two cavalry forces have already been defeated. They have more cavalry on our flanks approaching from this direction. So let's not forget them while we're fighting the battle. These forces are hanging back, not interested in getting stuck in yet. They do have some missile forces, these ones. Let's try to target those down, as they're doing some damage. Ooh, they have managed to get into our archers here. That's not good. Do have a heavy billman here to back them up. Right. Do we have any more heavy infantry? These are on our flanks. I think I'm going to bring these over in case their cavalry get around.
For St. George! They're sending another wave of hapless fools at us. Hold the line!
Yes, we're definitely holding our line. But these are heavy troops. We're almost taking those out. Yes, there comes some cavalry units. Let's try to target those down. They're getting close to our general. Ah, look, mini-map. Enemy cav getting around our flanks. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Do we have any forces other than our general? This is a risk sending our general in. But
Those cowardly dogs are behind us!
they are indeed behind us. Let's try to target them down. They have 3 units. It's going to be hard to defend against 3 units from our rear. We've been intercepted. We can get enough archers firing on them, it may be okay. Gonna have to break some of their forces to our front. That Bill unit is getting crushed. This is one of their generals. Right, come off the guard road. Keep targeting their general. We are killing them quite well, but Keep fighting. They do have a lot of heavy infantry. It's not that easy to break.
Our men have slain one of their generals.
Okay, very good. One of them is down. Need to break some of them.
One of their generals.
Both of their generals are down. Excellent. Right. Back to targeting their heavy infantry. Our infantry force is getting very low.
Oh, good lord! There's more of these French dogs on their way.
Where? Where are there more? To our front. We're breaking them. Some of them have come back from routing. Do they have any more cav units? I don't think so. Mainly spearmen.
For St. George! For St. George!
Okay, St. George, we hear you. Let's target down these forces on our right flank. Use our infantry, or what's left of it, to clear up over here. No.
Once more unto the breach, my lord!
Most of their units are routing, but some are sticking around. There's a general's bodyguard unit, although we've killed their general. Okay, got intercepted. That unit did. There's a lot of heavy knights. I think we should win this, as long as we keep our general alive. There's not that much heavy infantry left. We have a lot of spearmen here mainly. And over here there's a lot of heavy infantry. We need to get all of our archers firing at these. Have we broken them yet? Yes. Right, we'll send our depleted forces chasing after them. Make sure they don't come back. And we'll send these two units over here. They'll probably get very tired to try to help out against this French force. Keep firing when you can. Fire on those, the rear. Stop moving, fire. Right, you two units. Right, number those, so you should be able to break them. Right.
For St. George!
Okay, St. George.
To the breach, my lord.
Where are the units? The trees. Okay, you're still chasing them down. There was 44 in this unit when we engaged them.
By the
Ah,
grace
they've
of
broken.
God, our foe is utterly
Right.
vanquished. Let all who remember this day remember it as the day of
We're going
our
to send
Lord.
you off. Ah, victory. Excellent. We started out with 1,000. They had over 1,600. And we've got half of our force left. So, well done. Who did the best? Casualties inflicted. Archers, archers. Billman didn't do too well this unit. Right. Succeeded. Very good. And that's where we're going to leave it for today. And next time we'll come back and fight the Battle of Arsuf. And so until then, goodbye and take care.